All right, you ready? Let's do it. All right, let's unmute, dude. Let's go. Let's go crazy.
All right.
Alrighty.
Let's do the thing.
Let's do it. Hopefully everything works. I really hope it works. It looks like it's working. Fucking Google Hangouts, dude.
Hey, man.
All right, we're live.
We're
live. We did it.
Dude, it looks so snazzy on stream. Well
It
done,
does.
dude.
I told you. Yeah, I had to like put everything together because Discord's down, everyone. For those, well, not for everyone, for some people. Welcome to the HenricoM Podcast number 2, NinjaClicks. The owner
Hi.
and the CEO of
CEO.
ZAStreams. Yeah, CEO sounds so cool, dude. I had to make it sound cool. Of ZAStreams. For anyone that doesn't know what ZAStreams is something that was created by combining an old community that, and this is my personal view, was a terrible community, and he made it into something much, much better. We're not gonna call out names, we're not gonna say who it was, but yeah, ZAStreams, we're out here. Hopefully you guys can hear him. Everything seems to be fine. It seems to look okay. So yeah, dude, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, dude. Of
course.
It's a pretty big honor. I like it.
I've been planning this for like a week and a half, and everything just went against us, dude. We got fucking load shedding, and now Discord is down. We had to like
Discord
improvise.
down. We had to fit our schedules together.
Yeah, because you work today still, right?
Yeah, dude.
So I'm trying to understand what your time is, or what your hours are like. How do you work? What's your week look like?
So currently, I start in the mornings at 6 o'clock and I end at 3, and I work from Sunday to a Thursday. So pretty much Friday and Saturday is my official weekend.
Okay.
And yeah, that's pretty much that.
So you still have a 2-day weekend, which is okay, but doesn't it?
Yeah.
Does it not like mentally like fuck you a bit? Like doesn't it feel awkward? Or not awkward, but I mean, what's the English word for it? Was it something to get used to?
Yeah, no, it was. It's quite the mind shift actually, getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, or actually just past 4, like 4:15, to be on the road at 5, to be on time at work.
And make sure you don't hit that traffic.
Yeah, because if you get stuck in that, you're pretty much stuck for life.
You live in a certain part of Cape Town, and then you work in the city.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to say which company you work for, if I may ask?
Yeah, I work for AWS.
AWS, Amazon.
Yeah, bro.
Damn. What are you? Are you a tech or?
Yeah, I'm a cloud support engineer.
Damn, dude, that sounds big dick. Big dick. What's that like? What do you?
Feels like it.
What's that like? What do you do? What does your day look like?
So pretty much what I do is IT companies that use the infrastructure obviously run into some issues. They don't know where to go, so they log tickets, and I help them fix it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you get us South African PUBG service, please?
Hashtag soon.
Dude, I really hope that if it does come, that the servers are actually full. Like, I feel like that is such a good game, and it deserves so much more. From like, we have some great South African PUBG players, and how they do it with 200 ping is beyond me. Absolutely beyond me. So that'll be pretty cool. Do you have any I almost want to say, do you have any say in it? I don't think you have a say in it, but is there any, like, do you know if that's maybe going to happen in the future, or?
Like, the only thing that I know is pretty much what everyone else knows.
Okay.
Is, next year, in the first quarter of the year, if I'm not quite mistaken, they are bringing up the data centers. So from there on out, then we might see other people adopting into the infrastructure and getting some gaming service and stuff out. But yeah, I don't really know.
I personally hate the game, but Fortnite, I think if they can get South African servers, that'll also be quite big.
Fortnite.
It's interesting. I know there's like not EU, but like United Arab servers, and for some reason we don't connect to them. Like, I feel like Africa is a bit closer than Europe, so I feel like the United Arabs is at least a bit closer. So
I have no idea, dude. I suck at geology. I'm not even gonna lie.
That's quite interesting. That I never would have thought that you worked for like Amazon. That's insane. I actually know a lot of people that work for Amazon, and I never think that someone would work for Amazon, like in Cape Town, in South Africa. Because I mean, if you think about Amazon, you think America, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
I bet you probably have a lot of, or I want to say a majority of the people that you talk to, or clients you talk to, is probably from not South Africa.
Yeah, no, it's mostly overseas actually.
Okay, that's interesting. All right, well, now I know. I would never have thought. So, my question is to you: where do you get time to be this pillar in the community of. Actually, no. Take me to the start. Take me to where you thought of this, and because I'm going to be completely honest with you. ZAStreams grew very, very fast. Not as the people, but the name itself. I mean, the one day my Twitter was still empty, and the next day it was just ZAStreams. You know, where did you think? Just tell me, where did it start? What happened? Did something happen, or what?
Yeah, so it's actually a pretty an interesting story. So it's a combination of pretty much a few things that came together in my mind, and it kind of sparked the whole thing at the end of the day.
Okay.
So before I started streaming, I didn't even know South African streamers were a thing, right? I've never seen one of them. It didn't even cross my mind that people in South Africa actually streamed, right? Because back then you still had the majority of ADSL lines, and I mean, honestly, they weren't the best to be actual streaming on, right? And then you had the OGs like Zaffa Geek and all those people actually doing it, and I just never knew. Okay. So before I started streaming, I got the fiber line, got really excited, and then I joined a few streamer communities from overseas. All right. And those people are popping, right? There's not 1 second that those people aren't doing something. They aren't chatting. They aren't making friends. They aren't visiting each other. They aren't making some kind of plan.
So a real community, like a really big, really good community.
Yeah, they're always buzzing, right?
Okay.
And then by accident, I stumbled across some South African streamers. And I remember one of the first ones being Serration, Noob Slice. Noob Slice actually got me like, if he's here, how many are there?
Yeah.
And back then there were still communities on Twitch. So I just clicked on the community and I saw like, whoa, there's a lot of people, right? So I found the Discord, stumbled upon that community back then. And I joined the community and there was just like pretty much nothing happening, right?
It was dead.
And I was like, okay, but how do we get the buzz that the overseas people have? Why don't we have that? Right. And to a large degree, we still do not have that. And I'm just going to keep hammering at it until we eventually do, because everything's going to take some time to get off the ground eventually.
Yeah, definitely.
So it pretty much came about like trying to integrate the ideas that I've seen, the ideas that I've had myself into the actual community, how it is kind of now.
Okay.
And that pretty much, it made me create the empty Discord server. And the first person that I invited was Zassy. And I was like, okay, welcome to ZAStreams. Here we go.
Okay, well that's very interesting, because I remember that the other platform. I don't even mind saying it is my podcast, Twitch ZA. I remember when the way I found Twitch ZA back then was also actually Famous and Solmir. You probably know them.
Yep.
They actually came into my chat and they just like followed me, and then they actually told me about it, and it was quite interesting for me to see as well how many people there was. They were streaming that were like strictly from South Africa. So it was a cool thing to see. Now my question comes back to this: where do you get time for all this? Because you do so much. You have a job. It's not like it's just. I mean, 6 to 3 that's a straight ass normal job. And you get up at 5, and you're always active on like the social medias. You're active on like. On Discord, I see you like, especially on like the ZAStreams Discord itself. You guys have like a general chat, and it's just always moving, always going. So I'm quite interested to know where do you get time? Where? Like, I don't understand. Is it like a drive for you? Because you've done so much for the ZA streaming community. If you think about it, because there's a lot of people who I know who struggled for a good while to get like affiliate and stuff, and then ZAStreams happened, and people are getting affiliate in like 2 months, a month even, like if it's a girl. Sorry, stuff like that. You know, I honestly don't know how you get time. Like, where does your drive from? Is it just, do you just really want to see people succeed? I mean that's probably what you want, but I mean, I'm just very, very interested to know where you get time and what your mindset is towards helping others. And because I mean, I haven't seen you stream in a good while. You mostly just support people.
Yeah. So once again, there's like this whole combination of different thoughts and patterns and happenings in my life that actually led to where I am currently now, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's the end of the year, everything's kind of dying down and everyone's chilling out and whatever the case may be. But I actually hung up kind of my webcam to run the community,
Yeah.
right? So
Sorry to interrupt you. And you're doing this alone, or do you have like other people who's helping you as well, or?
for the most part, like the mods in the Discord, they're pretty much chat moderators, and if I have an idea, I pretty much present my worst and my terrible ideas to them, and they choose, they help me choose the correct bad decision at the time.
Okay.
Right. So in that sense, yes, I have like a few people that's actually kind of helping me brainstorm when I have an idea and stuff like that.
Okay.
But the actually events and the ideas and stuff and those I pretty much run solo with, because I know everyone else is also kind of busy, and especially because they're streamers themselves, they have their thing to focus on. I can't expect someone else to go as pretty much full time into this as what I am, right?
Yeah.
Because
I get
they
that.
also got goals.
Yeah.
And
Sorry, no, you
what,
can continue. No, you can continue.
okay,
Sorry.
so pretty much where the drive comes from is, I'm gonna click back a few years, right? So I have been diagnosed with major depression, right?
Mhm.
And there was a time in my life when I went through a very dark phase, okay? And I didn't know why I was here or what the point was. And, you know, it was pretty much terrible, right? And through some help and through some all of these things that I went through, I pretty much found my purpose in others, okay? And in streaming, I really believe that South Africans do have the talent and they do have the possibility and the capability to break out, to actually do something with it and actually make a career out of it.
Yeah.
And so I find my purpose in trying to drive the community in a way that, you know, I can help people, even if it's only one person, to get something out of it, even if it's just a good experience, because not everyone is going to turn it into a career. But if you can feel like it is a good hobby for you as a person, and it's a memory, it's an experience that you can tell someone else along the line, like, hey man, I did this a few years ago and I absolutely dug it, and I could have formed kind of a part in the background in that experience, then I'm pretty much happy. That is pretty much where the drive comes from. That is why I, when I'm tired, when everything is going to absolute chaos in my life, I still make time to do raid night. I still make time to plan events. I still make time because it means something beyond just the surface level of, oh look, he's the owner of ZAStreams. I see it as like, oh look, I'm actually helping someone.
No.
You know, the potential is there for someone that's stuck to come into the Discord, and we have the platform there to actually kind of help them and assist them. So that's pretty much where, you know, that comes from.
No, that's wholesome as fuck. 'Cause that's awesome. You see, the thing is, I don't, you know, the word depression and stuff like that gets thrown around a lot.
Yeah.
I think it gets thrown around too much, because people are looking for an excuse to, and this is my view of it. I feel like people they're using an excuse to have an excuse for whatever they're going through. Like if you have a mental issue, that sucks. That sucks. And there's so much more people than we know that actually have these issues. But I feel like it's become a society thing almost, where if you're not depressed, you're not cool. If you don't have anxiety, you're not cool. And for someone who might really be going through those things, like someone who's really, really struggling, not only as a person but mentally, it almost, I feel like that's where that wall kind of vibe came up, where people just don't talk about it, and it's something that needs to be talked about. And there's always going to be people trying to break you down, just saying, oh, just get over your shit. I mean, I've been through some shit in my life as well. I did go and seek help for it, and I did try to fix it as much as I could. And I'm pretty sure you've tried to do the same from your side. I mean, if and I want anyone that's watching this right now, if you ever go through something, talk to someone. I promise you, there's good people out there. There's good people out there. I'm not saying just talk to like the first person you see, but go talk to someone you trust. There's people out there who's willing to help you, like the ZAStreams community. And yes, I will say this with the CEO in the call, that there are people on the ZAStreams thing that are not going to be the nicest people, but that is why there's more. That's why there's a community of people. And ZAStreams is how big now? How many people in the Discord?
Discord's down. The last time I checked is 851.
851 people, and not all of them are local, obviously.
Yeah, there's like a very small sub-majority or sub-minority of people that are from overseas or
Yeah.
dispats, actually, expats as well.
Oh yeah, like
People
people
that
who were
born
here
in
and then they
South
moved out.
Africa and then moved out. Yeah, there's a
Okay,
lot of
okay.
those.
I know of one.
Uh,
I think it's African Viking. I think.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
one. Awful Tank is another one.
Raffle.
Um,
Raffle tanks. He's such a troll, dude.
Director Triple F as well. Lady Sanguine. So,
That's so good to hear it's interesting to hear where your drive came from, because I would have never ever expected that. I promise you, there's other people who also didn't know that about you, and
yeah.
I'm really hoping that you are in a better place mentally, right now. I really, really do hope you are, and yeah, I wish you the best health.
No,
Okay,
thank
so want to get a bit into the spicy stuff, yeah.
Right.
If you
Nicely
want
done.
to, if you don't want to comment on this, because I mean you are the owner of the ZAStreams community, I just want your input on. So, some streamers are doing a certain thing which is against TOS. A lot of people would agree it will say it isn't, and I think you actually tweeted about this once.
Mhm.
People who are streaming on multiple platforms at the same time.
Right.
And according to, if you go read your TOS contract, it says that if you're taking revenue from Twitch, be it you haven't gotten a payout yet or you have, you're technically not allowed to stream on other platforms at the same time even. For those of you who might not know, there's a girl called Joey Bear. She's also a local South African streamer. She's actually a Twitch partner. She used to stream on Facebook, not even at the same time as she was streaming on Twitch, and she lost her partner for like 6 months. I think it might have been more, it might have been less. So what is your, like, if you find someone like doing this, do you think it's frowned upon? Should it be frowned upon, or do you think it's like it's just us trying to grow? Because right now, for me, and this is once again, I just want to make this very clear. This is all the way I'm seeing it. Right now, I see a lot of people have. Let's say you have 5 viewers. 5 viewers is a lot. People think that 5 viewers is not a lot. Having 5 people sit there. Oh, take your time, dude. Take your time.
Sorry about that.
No worries, dude. If you think about it, 5 viewers is a lot. If you have 5 people consistently watching you and chatting, that's a lot. Now that there's this whole thing with lurkers, I feel like a lot of people they have these like blind viewers, where I call it blind viewers because they literally just lurking in your chat. They never say anything, and that's where my whole thing came with streaming on multiple platforms. Then, if it's against TOS, it's almost like you're not only streaming on multiple platforms, but also some people are like having bots, like view bots. You've obviously heard of people from like view bots and stuff. So yeah, I'm going completely off the grid here, but or like off the main point here. I just wanted your opinion as someone who is probably, you know what the TOS is, and you would say stick to it. But what do you think? What do you think? Just regarding that, like people just doing multiple streams on multiple platforms.
Okay, so one, I think obviously if you go into the affiliation, into the partner type of thing with a platform and they have terms of service, then obviously I think you should stick to those. It's like the concept of don't bite the hand that's kind of feeding you. And I mean, you willingly engaged into that contractual thing. It wasn't someone else that said, "Hey, you can't stream anywhere else." You said, "I'm not going to stream anywhere else because I'm sticking with you,"
Yeah.
right? Because you're giving them exclusivity in return for the platform in order for you to get viewers and biddies and whatever the case may be, right? So I think in a situation where you see something like that, I think what I want to raise out of this, what is really important for me is some people just don't know. Right? How many terms and conditions have you scrolled down and just accepted without actually going through it properly?
Oh
Right.
yeah.
So there's a lot of people that just don't know about the terms of service. So I think it is us as a community, if we see something like that, just approach the guy in a DM or whisper him while he's live and just say, "Hey man, we need to talk after you're done," or you should just check the TOS, because most people aren't malicious in nature,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people will go that route and like, "Oh no, I'm gonna smoke all of the platforms for all of the money that I can get." And at the end of the day, they are one, not gonna grow. They're not doing themselves any favors, and they are probably gonna get their asses kicked by the platforms that they're abusing.
100%.
right? So they're just doing themselves a disservice by doing something like that. And this is, it comes back to the same thing for lurking, right? So I've got a very, very fine line when it comes to lurking, kind of, is if I honestly do not have the time to say watch your channel at this very moment, but I'm actually invested in you as a streamer and as a person and as a friend,
Mm-hmm.
and I lurk in your channel, right? That is fine every now and then. But as soon as you start incorporating completely blind lurkers, that's just like dead numbers, like you said,
Yeah.
they're not doing anything. That might as well have been bots. They might as well be bots, right?
Yeah.
Um, that is also, at the end of the day, everyone can frown upon it, but at the end of the day, I think it still stays the community's kind of responsibility to step in and say, hey, you know what, I'm reaching out to you, not to immediately shun people for doing something, but speak to them first,
Yeah.
saying, hey, I've noticed that you've got like a stuff ton of lurkers. Where are they coming from? Do you know that this isn't healthy for your growth? Do you like talking to yourself?
Yeah,
Right?
I think a lot of people don't get that. Like they look at, so I personally, when I go live on my Twitch dashboard, I turn off the viewers because mentally it was never good for me. You'd know, I've spoken to you about this a lot. Mentally, this is not good. This is, it's not, if you sit there and you're watching that viewer count all the time, it's going to get to you somewhere. You can say whatever the fuck you want. Tell me, I don't care about viewers. Don't stop lying to yourself. You are going to start caring about it. I personally turned it off. I learned, I don't know, someone told me to do it and I did it. So whether I'm streaming for one person or 12 people, I want it to be exactly the same for anyone that might come in. Because someone might open your stream and you're just sitting there looking at your screen and you're just a dead face basically, and to them they're going to be like, what the fuck did I just walk into? And they're just going to close your tab. But if you are consistently just interacting with this whatever you're playing, or interacting with, you know, asking questions to chat, even though you might know there's not anyone there, but you know, maybe there is, like that one random lurker laying in his bed fucking just chilling, and then he's like, oh, I actually want to answer that question, and he types.
Funny or something.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm very on there with you with the whole, I'm gonna say, blind viewers or whatever the fuck you called it.
Yeah.
So because I know that there's some people in, not from only the previous community, but obviously the new community, who still has that, and they join these random Discord communities where they're like level up in the community. So the more you watch other people, the more you level, or the more you level up in the Discord, like the more interactive you are, or whatever, the more viewers they send to your chat. To literally just sit, they just sit there. They don't talk or anything. You open a stream, this person has like 50 viewers. You're like, what up? No response. Nothing. There's nothing for like an hour.
Yeah. I think for me personally, that's a small gripe that I have, but it's also a lesson, right? Because one of the biggest things in the South African community, and I'm gonna say it outright, is we have a mentality issue, right?
Yes.
We have this whole, let's join the community so that the community as a whole should do something for me,
Yes.
right? And as soon as that doesn't happen, then you leave the community. You're like,
Nice.
oh no, this isn't working. But then my question is, then what was your intention? If your intention is to grow and you want to make it a career, do you really think that 50 lurkers are going to pay your salary at the end of
Exactly.
the month? Right? That's not going to happen.
You hit it on the head there.
If your intention is, I'm going to do this as a hobby and I'm expecting my best mates to watch me and I'm just, stuffing around having a good time,
Yeah.
then you'll grow slowly, but you'll grow and you'll have fun and you'll be there for the intention that you wanted to be there, right?
Yeah.
If you want to turn it into a career, then the first thing you have to realize is that this is an entertainment industry. You cannot just sit there with a face and play a game. Nobody's there to watch the game,
Exactly.
right? You watch someone playing a game.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, if you want to take that approach, you're going to have to take a business approach to it. You're going to have to set up your branding. You're going to have a whole different type of ball game
Yes.
at the end of the day. So that is pretty much, you're just doing yourself a disservice if you get yourself dead numbers, if you do follow for follow, if you do subscribe for subscribe, if you do anything for anything, you're going to grow in numbers, but at the end of the day, 6 months in, you're going to look back and like, wow, I've got like 6,000 followers, but there's only 5 people in my stream. How does that work?
That would bring me down even more. That would honestly bring me down.
That crushes so many content creators, both locally and internationally,
Yeah.
because you thrive off of all these numbers. You almost get lost in the hype of it, and then when you look back and you're like, wow, nothing's working. Why isn't this working? Why does everyone else suck? And then they're pointing the fingers to everybody
Except for
but
themselves.
themselves. Yeah.
I know, you hit it on the nail there. You know what? You know what's the? You know what's the? This annoys me so much. You know what's the fucking worst thing about the South African streaming community? And this is not ZAStreams. I'm talking about the South African
In general,
streaming and gaming community. Nobody can be happy with fucking anything. No one is ever happy. Dude, if someone gets a big donation, someone will go subtweet or say something about that person. Like, shut the fuck. Be happy for the person. There was that Fortnite thing, like something, they did some streamer royale or whatever, a local thing. And then people were complaining about it. Like, anyone could have joined. Listen, I hate Fortnite. I despise the game. But, like, things like that just sets me off, because if someone is doing good, great. They're doing good. You're not. Look at what they're doing and do better. Like, why do people always, like, we live in this society type of vibe where people always have to put other people down. Like, oh, you suck. Like, I've said this last time. People come into my chat and like, oh, you're so fat. Yes, I fucking am. Yes, I am. You're not. So you're obviously doing great. So I'm going to improve on myself. Why look down upon people? Like, if people have a lot of viewers, you know what? This is the best thing for me. If someone has a lot of viewers or if someone, a local streamer or any streamer starts to get a bit more viewers, they go to like, let's say they jump to like 100 viewers. What's the first thing everyone starts saying? They're view botting. No, they're not. Maybe they're just growing. There are a lot of people who view bot. I'm not going to take that away from anyone. But still, if you stop looking down on people, and I hope that anyone in the ZAStreams or just anyone in the South African streaming community, if you're hearing me saying this right now, stop looking down on people. Appreciate what we have. If there's local stuff going on, if there's competitions, or if there's royales or whatever, you can join it, play it, support the people. Stop talking shit about each other. Let's help each other out. It's not hard. It is not hard to be a decent human being. And I will say this, that is why the Twitch ZA, I absolutely couldn't stand it, because there was so much of that, not drama, but there was so much where people were just looking down on each other, and it was only like there were like 10 people and they were Twitch ZA. Everyone else was just the losers who were just bugging along, and everyone was only caring about those 10 people or those 20 people or whatever. And that's why I was so happy when you not took over, but when you created your own community. I can go on this forever, because I've seen it happen, and it gets to me, dude, because if someone does well, if someone I watch locally does well, I will point it out. I will say, dude, you got 20 viewers today. That's insane. That is insane. 100%. I'm not gonna talk down on them and be like, in someone's DM, and be like, yo, did you see this guy had like 20 views today? He must have started view botting. Like, no, just be there for the people. Be there for the people and support them. Oh, sorry, I get really.
I totally get you, and at the end of the day, I deal a lot with those same type of issues, a lot. And it poses a very unique challenge as well, because it's very easy for someone to walk into the Discord, see the few active people that's actually busy chatting, and then they're like, oh, this is so clicky. It's like, okay, but why aren't you chatting?
Yeah.
It's like, if you come to the forefront, if you engage with people, people are naturally going to engage with you.
Yeah.
Right? That doesn't mean I care more about the person engaging than the person that isn't. It's just the person that's engaging me is engaging me. It would be completely rude if I would just take off my headphones and walk out the door right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I agree.
So it presents a very unique challenge in the sense of, how do you kind of avoid this favoritism thing that carries through?
Yeah.
Because that's going to be everywhere. Where there's a bunch of people, there are going to be subgroups of people flocking together because they're naturally drawn to each other. And there's nothing wrong with it, actually, right? It's just how you deal with it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And a lot of what you said about like talking down upon other people, and like, why isn't this happening to me? Like, that person must be hacking the system somehow. That is, it's also it's part of that whole mentality problems. Like it's all me, 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 and you can't spend 10 minutes of your day doing something else for
Exactly.
someone else. You
100%.
can't spend 10 minutes of your day actually working on your social media. You can't spend 10 minutes of your day working on a new video.
Yeah.
You just want to go somewhere and get stuff. And it's usually that same mentality that clicks over to, oh, but I have been streaming for 90 hours this week alone. Why does that person get all the opportunities? Because you're not using your time effectively.
Yeah.
Why not learn from someone else, right?
Exactly.
And I think that is also where I would like to get the community eventually into a state where I'm saying, like, it shouldn't be me that has to dictate, don't go into people's channels and, break the unspoken etiquette of telling people, like, hey, I'm a streamer, you should come watch me sometime,
Oh,
right? That's a you being a
I
dick.
hate
That's not
that.
me being a dick, right?
That is that if you do that, by the way, I'm looking into the camera right now. If you do that, if you go into someone's stream and you tell them you're a streamer, you're a bad person.
Yeah,
Period.
it's
You're a
and
bad
a lot
person.
of people don't know, and the whole thing is the immediate backlash that you get sure is deserved. Okay, someone should tell you don't do that,
Yeah.
right? Especially if you're live, right? Tell someone don't do that, right? But at the end of the day, it doesn't help we segregate those that do something like that without actually trying to teach them.
Yeah, I'm trying to help
So
them.
yeah, so that is what I'm trying to kind of build, right? I'm trying to build an overwhelmingly positive platform. Obviously, there's going to be drama along the way, and I can't make
Yeah.
every perfect decision on the planet. I'm learning as I'm flying. But I'm fixing the airplane while we're flying, right?
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
gonna. Yeah, that's what
going.
that's the community growing. Sorry.
It goes bumpy. It goes terrible sometimes. But you know what? I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep going.
Let's go.
And I think the most important thing that I can try and install within the content creator community is the mentality of, it's not that person's fault, it's not against you, it's all of our responsibility when we see something bad happening to kind of coach the person out of it. And if they do not listen, if they are that type of person that's just like, you know what, if you, I'm going to do whatever I'm going to do because I'm doing it this way, then you're like, okay, well, stuff you, we're not
Yeah.
going to help. But a lot of the times people just don't know. They're excited to see another South African streamer and they're like, hey, you know what, I want to share with you, I'm also a South African streamer, not realizing like what they're doing in chat is actually stupid.
Yeah. It's like
Their
no one.
intention wasn't malicious.
I've never ever seen anyone like type in someone else's chat like, "Hey, I'm a streamer. You should come watch me," and it's actually worked. Like
Yeah, no,
that is the most shitty thing to do. And as a streamer, it also like it just ruins your not your day, but it ruins that moment for you. Like, what? Who cares, dude? I'm streaming right now. You're coming to my chat and telling other people to watch you. Like, what the?
yeah.
That's horrible.
And that's where the self-discipline will come in from everyone, and that's like the positivity that I'm trying to instill is like, yes, in that moment it really sucks for you, but at that moment you should realize that, hey, this guy maybe just doesn't know.
Yeah. Yeah. You just tell them like, listen, don't.
He might just be a lost soul, and then let the chat flame him. You hit him over the knuckles, and you tell him like, "Hey, man, you don't do stuff like that. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
It's not going to work for your channel. And it's nice to meet you and everything, but let's have a talk after this. Let me help you a bit with the etiquette of
Yeah.
streaming.
That's a good idea.
And in that way, you're not only helping improve the community, you're teaching yourself some sort of discipline because you grow out of encounters like that, right?
Yeah.
How to deal with trolls, how to deal with people like that, right? And it's going to be 10% of the people that's outright assholes.
Yeah.
90% of the people just don't know, they're lost, they're misguided, they have no clue, and now they're super excited coming into your stream. They try to tell you, hey, look, I'm also a streamer, and then the immediate backlash coupled with the negativity and obviously your whole chat going like, oh, that guy he's a problem, right?
Yeah.
You kind of outcast the person before they even have a chance to integrate into the community. So yeah, that's pretty much where the mentality thing comes from.
Yeah.
It's like, if there's anything I can leave South African content creation with, right? If this is the only thing that anybody remembers, is fix your mentality, fix the mentality, right?
100%.
Help, learn, teach.
That once again on the head. I want to touch on something you said earlier. Well, it's pretty self-explanatory, but like you said, if things are not going good for you, people always tend to point fingers to other things. Like, oh, he has a better setup than me. He has better internet than me. He has more followers on Twitter. But learn from it. Do
Yeah.
something. Work. If you want to grow, put more time into this. I made a video 2 weeks ago, right? I was helping people who you actually you guys have a competition on the ZAStreams Discord of someone makes a YouTube video and you can post it, and then whoever gets the most votes wins.
Yep.
I don't know if you have anything to do with that, but I posted a video of how to set up your OBS, right?
Yep.
Just in a better setting. It took me 5 minutes to make that decision. It took me 10 minutes to make that video. That's it. I literally I pressed record and I did it. That's it.
Yep.
I put in time. I put in my time to hopefully help someone else.
Yeah.
Because, and once again, this comes where people are always pointing fingers to other things. Like, it's never them. Never. No. How dare I be wrong? How dare you say it's me? No. It's always the other factors. If you want to grow, like, same with this podcast thing. There's people already telling me, like, this is so stupid. Like, no one's going to watch you. Or you are not, you're not going to have, like, interesting guests. Or you need to get someone famous, stuff like that. Like, I couldn't care less what anyone thinks. I want to do this because I'm interested not only just to talk to people, but to learn from people. And obviously getting your view, for example, on, ZAStreams and the whole ZAStreams thing and how you built it from there, and your mentality towards being, because people look up to you, because if there's issues, they're going to talk to NinjaClicks. They're going to if there's an issue in the Discord, or if someone's just being an outright cunt, they're going to come to you. They're going to tell, like, listen, this guy's being a puss. Can we just, like, remove him or something? So honestly, like, if you want to grow, you have to. It's only you, no one else. You can buy all the bots in the world. Someone will find out, and it'll just make things worse for you. Just keep
then
on.
Pay money to get banned.
Exactly. You're basically you're paying to get banned because someone will find out. Somehow, someone will find out. These things happen. In the end, you have to. It's only you. Only you can make it better. Only you can grow your stream. Only you can be a better person in the community. And I can promise you, if you're a nice person in the ZAStreams Discord, if you're active, if you're always just nice to other people, if you go visit other people's streams, they will come visit you. They will come to your stream. They might be there for 5 minutes. They might be there for 5 hours. They will be there. They might even be they might become one of your lurkers. One of the people who are actually maybe working. Maybe they are playing game, but while they're playing game, they're watching your stream. Like Famous. I know Famous can talk shit about me all day, but I know for a fact the moment I go live, there's one or two people who's gonna say something first. Famous or Buttery Kai. Always them. Always. He's always there. And he always, whether he's not talking or anything like that, he's either gaming and watching me, and he became that lurker for me. And that's a good thing. You might have the same. Excuse me. But in the end, what my point regarding this is, only you can make it better. Only you, as the streamer, as the content creator.
No, definitely. There's a thing that I also want to raise on that.
Go. Give me the drama, dude. Give me the drama.
Oof. I have to think how to word this. Okay, so there's this thing, and it's been it's hell to deal with, right? Out of a community's perspective, out of trying to run a community perspective, into seeing how it is an absolute toxin to the community. It's that I give you some of my time, and now I expect you to give me exactly the same back.
That's the worst.
If not more, right? And I understand how frustrating it can be, right? To give your time, to give your effort, to give your ideas, to really go full out for someone else, and you just get nothing back for it.
No.
Right? A lot of the people that complain about this are like, yeah, but I give so much and I get so nothing. And then I'm just like, bruh, do you know how much hours I spend in a week for a lot of things, and I just get nothing back?
Yeah.
And that doesn't bother me, because I know I did something good for someone else. Why can't we switch from I give you something, you give me back, to I'm doing something good?
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Right. And that is such a bane to deal with, because on the one side, I understand you're giving up time, and you could have been doing something for yourself, and now you're giving it to someone else, and that person doesn't give a flying whistle for you, and they're not returning the favor, and now you just hands off the wheel. I'm not going to do anything for anyone anymore because it doesn't help.
Yeah. If
Right,
you
and then it leaves you stranded on the island that you were before you tried to make connections, and you're just gonna get more salty because now you've tried to help other people, it didn't work, and now I'm still stuck where I am, that no one's listening to me, nothing's helping me. And it's like the old saying goes, in order to receive you have to give.
Yeah.
Right, because you have to extend your hand for someone to put something into it. And yeah, like that's another big part, a big kind of thing that we're faced with, and trying to figure out how to properly deal with, in the sense of, because we started this whole Discord currency thing, trying to give people something back for, they can buy like raffles to get games on and stuff like that in the Discord for their time spent in the Discord, and it just fell flat. Honestly, it just fell flat because nobody really utilized it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's not on me. That's on everybody that didn't see or didn't want to partake in it.
Yeah. You saying how people are expecting you to, if you spend time in their stream, they have to do the same for you, or vice versa. Listen, if I watch someone, I watch them because I want to, not because I want them to come to my stream and do the same. If they, obviously it'd be nice, but I'm not gonna make it a personal thing. Like, oh, I hosted this guy once, he's never even been into my channel after that. Like, hello. That's not how this works. Like, I've had this happen to me once, but I know it happens with other people as well. I've hosted someone once, right? And I hosted them, and I didn't say anything because I had to go somewhere. So I hosted them. My chat went, and they like spammed my email, whatever, yada yada. I left. That's it. And they DM'd me, and they were like, "Yo, dude, that's kind of fucked up. Like, why didn't you say anything?" I'm like, "Bitch, I gave you my viewers. Can't you just be thankful?" Like, why are we making this a thing where it's an issue of me not saying hello in your chat? Like, and the person had like no viewers. Like, who was I going to say hello to? My viewers again? No. So yeah, I definitely, that's something that's a very also, once again, coming to the mental thing. It's a mental strain that you have to get over. It's the mental block, not the mental block, the mental strain of just accepting that there is millions of people streaming on Twitch, YouTube, Mixer, everywhere. Why you? Why must someone go watch me? Why must someone go watch you? You have to work for it, and you have to show that people should see you. Like, you have to have something that you can offer. Be entertaining, be funny, be good at a game, be whatever. And being a salty bitch, if someone doesn't say hello in your chat after being hosted, that's not going to get you very far. I'm sorry to say that.
It's not. It really isn't.
So, I wanted to ask. I know you guys have a lot of what's it called, like mini community stuff that you do in the ZAStreams Discord. Like, I know for one is Raid Night. Thank you, Henrico, for bringing that to the ZAStreams Discord. What other things do you guys do? I'll be completely honest that Discord is always so full of just people. So what I kind of picked up on is the YouTube video thing, where you guys share have like a feature creator of the week, which is really cool, by the way. I really hope that people support those people. Like, if you see someone as a feature creator for the week, go like their video, go say hello in their chat, give them a follow.
Just go show some love. It makes a community is only as strong as all of the people make it. I can have all the best intentions on the whole planet, and I can throw literally every single ounce of my time into it, but if people don't like make something work, then it's just never gonna work. It's as easy as that. And like, it's like with the featured creators, and luckily up until now, it has been very successful. Like, I understand it's December and everybody's getting tired, so obviously the Discord and all of those things are going a little bit tired. But I mean, there hasn't been 1 week where I've posted like a featured content creator of the week where it didn't get any traction on any social media or anything. And yes, that doesn't necessarily translate into traffic onto your channels, but it helps get eyeballs onto your content. Right?
Exactly.
So the more people get involved in things like these, the better they are for pretty much everyone involved.
Yeah, I don't know. I 100% that's once again, like, if someone. If you follow someone on Twitter because you like them, if they share a video or something of them, just even if you watch like 5 minutes of it, it counts as a view for them. They worked for that. They worked for that, and I promise you, this is a random number. I'm pretty sure that 90% of people who stream on Twitch make YouTube videos as South African content creator. I'm not talking about the big boys. I'm talking about people who's new. They don't
Yeah.
get anything. They don't make money from that.
No.
There's no one sponsoring Raid Shadow Legends, sponsoring them or crap like that. That's not happening. They did that they use their time to make that. If you can give them as much as a like or something like that, 100%, it'll do so much for them. It'll be so good for them. It'll make that person's day better.
Yeah, no, I mean, and it's literally as tiny as clicking a like on a tweet. I mean,
Yeah.
you would know, right? If you post something and someone clicks that little heart button, then I mean, your day is pretty much made. Like someone saw what I did, and that means something to you.
Yeah.
And that's also another thing that I hold really close to myself is you should try and see beyond the screen name, right? Beyond the gamer tag. Because at the end of the day, you have certain aspirations, you have certain dreams, you are obviously aspiring to go places, right? And as soon as you kind of realize that, wow, this guy isn't just the name, he's actually a person with dreams and aspirations,
Yeah.
and you can take from yourself the lessons that you've kind of learned. Like I tweeted something, someone liked it, it meant something to me. Why not just share that same interaction with someone else and make it, you kind of spread the positivity around at the end of the day.
I 100%. Once again, it all comes down to that person did something. That person did something from their side with their time. All they used their time, and they did it for free. And it's literally free entertainment if you think about it. Unless you like sub to someone, but if you sub to someone, it should be because you want to support them, not because you're expecting the same in return. I never personally have ever expected the same in return. I'm a sellout as fuck. I don't know if you've ever been in my stream. I always say sub to Twitch Prime at least once an hour. And even though I know the odds of me getting a sub with 5 viewers, it's still that's just part of me being me. That's part of me being. That's what my channel is about.
Yeah.
And like I said, the whole mentality thing of what I give to you, you will have to give to me is utter bullshit. So yeah. But anyway, my main question was, what other things do you do what other things does the Discord do? What other things are there that you guys have planned, like aside from raid night? I saw that what's it called? Stream loots, I think. Is it stream loots? That's
Stream loots.
Tell me a bit about that. What happened there?
Okay, so all right, there's a few things that's coming up in the pipeline for pretty much the next year, because we've pretty much decided to scale down on everything, and my time has been pretty limited because my mother's been diagnosed with cancer recently, so that obviously took a lot of my time, and such. So we usually do podcasts like this one. We grab a few people, some of the admins, who talk nonsense about streaming, about whatever we can find. Then we had YouTube tours, which is coming back. We all jump into a room, we watch it together, and all those stuff. I'm coming to stream loots and all those things. Then game nights is something that I really want to bring back. That was super cool. Everybody just gets together as a community and jam some games. that was super fun. We do that. And then the two big ones currently is stream loots. Obviously, they tweeted out something like, "Hey, we're looking for streamer communities." And I was like, you know what? We're kind of a streamer community, so let me pop by, see what they're all about. I kind of liked the idea. I filled out the form and I forgot about it because most of my attempts to pretty much get something done for the community has pretty much fallen flat at this stage. So I kind of forgot about them completely. And a few weeks later, they come back like, "Hey, we're really interested to work with you guys. So let me know when you want to get the ball rolling." And I just lost my mind. So basically what it is, you create a collection of cards on their site, which you can then sell card packs to your viewers for. Those card packs, the cards themselves, you can dictate actions on them, like you'll dance like a chicken, you'll shout like a horse, you'll do whatever, right? So your viewer kind of buys interaction with you, and you get a lot of the percentage out of it if you join via the community. right?
Okay.
So they're giving us special perks for working with them for the community. So you get a higher cut of the deal, and you get custom stream arts and like all of the cool stuff with them. So that's really exciting,
So
actually.
you can actually make some money with it.
Yeah, you can actually make some money with it. That is their main intention, and
Okay.
they're also they're a passionate company. Like I can speak for them. Like I've spoken a lot to them because I just don't run head first into the first person that extends their hands to me.
Yeah.
They're really passionate about streamers actually getting something back for their time, and yeah, they're just an awesome platform. I would recommend anybody go check them out.
All right.
And
That's
then the other big thing we're doing next year is we're gonna call it. I'm still thinking which way around, either Stream Shatter or Shatter Stream. We're gonna do giveaways. We're Foxy Tech actually said that they'll help us out with some of the delivery charges and stuff like that. So they're on board,
okay.
and we're working together with Gamers Pub ZA. They're another awesome gaming community, and I'm also approaching Zaga as well. And it's pretty much gonna be. I want to do it a quarterly event where we just gather like a stuff ton of people and do like massive raids with
Okay.
them. Like do a little competition. People that win the competition, those are the raid targets, and we just drop like 100, 200, 500,000 people into their channel for like half an hour.
Damn. That is insane. That's a
So
great idea.
yeah,
That is
so
a
I'm hoping for the best. If the community bites, I'm gonna be super happy. But yeah, there's already a lot of stuff that's already set in stone in the background, which I'm very excited for.
okay.
So I'm looking forward to that.
How are the raid nights and stuff going? Like, are you having? Are people obviously it's awesome if you get a host with like 20 viewers, but is it still growing? Is it what's the most people you've had in raid nights you've pushed into people's stream? I know you guys hosted me once for I think it was 30 viewers, and that was pretty insane. I actually got like 2 subs as well.
I think that is pretty much as high as it gets.
Okay.
And lately, it has been taken down. But like I said, the end of the year, I kind of
Yeah.
understand people. They get tired. They just want to sleep. They want to do their own thing. And like I 100% understand that. But on average, we're between 12 and 20
Okay.
at any given time because people drop in and drop out. It's not like I keep a gun to someone's head saying you're gonna stick around for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like anybody but pops in. Like I'm more than grateful for every second that someone gives to someone else, right?
Yeah.
But like at maximum we've probably hit that 30 mark currently, and then on average we're between 12 and 20 people.
Damn, that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can promise you, I hosted someone once who had 0 viewers, and I think they had like 3 followers. And when I hosted, and they were talking, like there was no one in the chat, but they were talking, and they were like
Yeah, they're
interacting,
giving
and
it their all, man.
I hosted them, and their face just lit up, and it was such a good feeling that I was hopefully made that person's day.
No, it's
Uh,
100% one of my favorite weeks in a night
uh,
or night in a week.
That's awesome. No,
Um,
it's really and it does a lot for a person to, especially if your chat just gets spammed. Like I personally I like a toxic chat. My chat my regular viewers, they get quite toxic, but in a good way. Not talking shit to each other. They're basically they're trash talking me. Like I would say something, or I would stutter, or I would if I'm playing Counter Strike, I'd miss a shot. Everyone just like spam lol, like oh you suck, stuff like just good banter. Let's put it that way.
yeah.
Good banter. And I personally love that. So it's awesome if you just get rated by like a ton of people, and they're all just like spamming hello or hey ZAStreams raid, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that I'm really happy that it took off. I at the moment I didn't think it was a great idea.
That's
But
actually our most successful event, if I can put it like that.
Thank you. I'd like a paycheck at the end of the month. No, I'm sorry.
I got one.
Yeah, that's all you get nothing, right? You make
and-
absolutely nothing from ZAStreams.
Yeah, and that
That's
is
all community driven.
that
All meant to, driven from your side.
yeah. I spend cash. I don't make cash.
Yeah.
And I will never, ever, 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 as long as I live, make cash off of it. That's
Yeah.
not the plan. That's not the goal. That's not where the heart of this whole drive that I'm trying to instill into the community comes from. Right.
Yeah.
It's deeper than money for me. It's about passion, it's about talent, it's about getting people connected, it's about getting people out there, it's about getting people to be successful in whatever their endeavor may be. If they want to make it a career, I want to help you get there. If you want to just do it as a hobby, I want to help you get there, right?
Yeah.
So it'll never be about money ever. So yeah.
Spoken
Not
like a true community person. That's absolutely. It's so awesome to hear, or so nice to learn from you and the way you are seeing things, and the way you. Because I mean, my view is completely different than your view.
Yeah.
I honestly thought the way ZAStreams was formed is you were just like, you know what, I don't like this other community, I'm gonna make a new one. Or I thought maybe you would just make your little Discord and you just wanted to grow it more. And to know that it actually came from just pure drive to help other people is really, that's wholesome as fuck. That's really cool. Good shit on good shit.
No, thanks, man.
Um, is there anything you wanna like shout out, or anything that you want? If there's anything you want to say, is there anything you want to like just point out to people? If you, do you want to, if you want to shout out for ZAStreams, please go ahead. If you want to like do anything, just go ahead, please.
Okay, obviously, number one, join ZAStreams, either the Discord, the Facebook, the Twitter. I suck at Instagram, but we're there as well.
Okay.
I'm still figuring that out. And honestly, shout out wise, I think I said everything that needs to be said about the community in general already. Through, if you find yourself in a spot where you're wondering, how did I get here? Reach out, right? Teach, learn, show, guide,
Yeah.
right?
Be
Don't
nice.
hate, don't drama, don't salt.
Yeah.
Okay. And at the end of the day, I just want to give a shout out to pretty much everyone that has stuck around since the beginning, everyone that gives it a shot, everyone that wants to connect with someone else, for anyone that it actually meant something, for anybody that actually gives some of their time to someone else. I mean, you're the actual legends. I'm sitting here, this is kind of my hobby, but you actually have something else to do. And now you're coming out of your own volition in between your crazy schedules to actually see someone else, meet someone else, help someone else. So, everybody that does any type of participation towards not only ZAStreams, not only in the ZAStreams community, but in general in the gaming community and content creator community, you guys are the legends. So yeah, that's pretty much my shout outs.
Awesome. That's great. I have to say the ZAStreams Discord is my personal source of information where the relays are down, because I couldn't be asked to ask other people. So I just go in there. The amount of information there's in there, or if Twitch is down, for example, I just go to the general tab in that Discord, and there'll be someone else complaining. I'll be like, okay, it's not just me. And if I just want to like have a good laugh, or I just want to see what other people talk about, I always open the Discord and I just read through it. Obviously, there's a fuck ton going on in there because that's a big Discord. There's a lot of people. But there's always information. So I also motivate anyone, please, if you're a South African streamer, if you're a local streamer, join the Discord. I promise you, you will see, you might not see immediate growth, but if you interact with the community, if your goal is to get a sub button, I promise you the community will help you do that, because that's why they're there. And it's not a charity case where you ask them, can you come watch my stream for like an hour, guys? I need viewers. It's not gonna happen. You just have to be
genuine.
Just be genuine. Just be a person. Just be a person that's trying to stream. Because in the end, the odds are against you. The odds will always be against you in streaming because there's so many other people. But if you have something that you can bring to the table, that you feel, if you want to stream, I always say this, if anyone wants to stream, stream. If you want to stream. Try it. Why not?
Yeah.
You only need fiber, and you don't even need to stream gaming. Like this, I could probably do this on like a MacBook. I can probably do a podcast on a MacBook and still stream it. It'll be fine.
On your phone, anything.
On your phone, yeah, that's insane. You can stream on your phone. You can go to the waterfront and IRL that shit. I promise you, there'll be someone watching. Someone will be like, "Oh, I haven't been there," Dude, it's been an honor having you on. Really,
thanks, I really appreciate.
Thank you for,
man. It's crazy. I didn't really expect that, so it means a lot.
Of course, no, you. It was so you, Dark Phoenix, and there was someone else, I can't remember. Those were my three main targets at the start, because I wanted someone who had, because Dark Phoenix is not a local streamer, but she supports the African streamers like a motherfucker. By the way, if you haven't checked my podcast, go watch it. And then you, because of just your community thing. So I really hope that even though we might not have, if we didn't get like a lot of people watching right now, go watch the YouTube video and learn more about NinjaClicks. That was my main thing about, and just learn about ZAStreams, which is a great thing. Is there anything else you want to like leave people with? You want to like, guys, go follow NinjaClicks' Twitter, by the way. It's at NinjaClicks, right? It's just at NinjaClicks.
NinjaClicks.
All right, go follow his Twitter, go follow his Twitch. I don't know if he streams anymore, but
Nope.
So follow it.
Forget
Oh,
about
well.
that.
Right, he's not streaming anymore. All right, don't go anywhere yet. I'm gonna end off here. I'm gonna end the recording and everything. I actually have another podcast coming up right now. Hopefully that person actually pitches up. But yeah, thank you so much for anyone that's watching. I really appreciate it. NinjaClicks, thank you so much to you very much. That was awesome. Thank you for you guys. Just a little side story. We've been planning this for like a week, and then load shedding started, and then he got busy at work, and then right before we were supposed to start, this Discord died, and then we had to like improvise to just get this running. So I'm super keen that you stuck with it and you didn't get annoyed, because I would have. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Like I said, I'm just gonna don't go anywhere, NinjaClicks. I'm just gonna turn everything off here, and then I'm probably gonna end the stream, and I'll just start the stream for the next podcast as well, for anyone that's still watching. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good day. I love you all, and just don't forget to not be a dick. All right? Okay, cool. All right. Cheers, everyone.